Alright, well, welcome back to Pennsylvania for another video, actually for another video series. I'm hoping to film a number of videos today. I'm here in Tuscarora State Park here in Pennsylvania and in Perry County. I think Tuscarora State Park is in other counties as well, I think Juniata County, but I'm going to be spending the day in Perry County. And I came across a website, well, I should say, it's on the DCNR website, the Department of Conservation and Natural Resources, I guess is what it stands for, sorry. But anyway, it's called Tuscarora Treasures, about all these different locations here in Tuscarora Forest that are cool historically and things like that. So I decided to make a video series on that. In each of these videos, I'm going to stop at a couple of different places. Sometimes I might just stop at one place. But this will be the first video in the series. I plan on stopping at 3 places. And the first one is going to be back here in the woods called Sulfur Springs. And I'll try to put a link to that web page or in a description or in a pinned comment down below. But that's what I'm basing today on. So it's hopefully going to have a full day. I'm probably going to stagger these videos, not film them all in order. Maybe put other videos in between them and stuff. But anyway, as I say, let's quit yapping and we'll get exploring. So this, I should say where I am currently here. I'm off of Horse Valley Road. I'm over the mountain from what's called New Germantown along Route 274. I took Germantown Road over the mountain, and that's kind of where I am. And this is called the Narrow Gauge Trail. But on Google Maps, it's called the Raisin Ranch Road or something like that. It was difficult. I had a little trouble finding this spot. But anyway, let's see if we can find this first spot here in Tuscarora State Forest. I do have GPS coordinates for it, but there's a little sign here for a trail. So we're gonna get my stuff on and we'll see if we can find this first spot. Yeah, so here's a look at where we are. Like I said, up there is Horse Valley Road. Gotta finish drinking my coffee here this morning, but we'll see how the weather stays. It's potentially stormy all day long, but we'll see what happens. And just up here is an old sign for a trail, narrow gauge trail. So we'll see if this takes us where we need to go. Alright, so here's our sign again. And I do got my GPS ready to go here. So I don't know if there's an actual trail here or not. I'm not really seeing one, but we'll do what we can. Actually, I think I see one just passed here through the woods right there. So this is called the Narrow Gauge Trail, so I'm thinking that we're walking along an old railroad bed, narrow gauge one, I'm gonna assume. And it's looking like that this is gonna take us where we need to go. And by the name of the spring, you should guess that it probably smells like sulfur. At least that's what I've read, so we shall see. Never been to a sulfur spring before. I'll tell you what, that kind of freaked me out for a moment there. I thought someone was sitting up there in the tree, or a bear or something, but it's just someone's tree stand out here. When you see something like that up in the tree out of the corner of your eye, it kind of startles you. Alright, we should be closing in on the spot here. Alright, so it should be right over here somewhere. My GPS is pointing me over here. So I turned the GPS off and we're just going to walk over here together. I haven't peeked over here yet. I know there should be some kind of a little block, small block. Oh, I think I see it down there. Actually, way down and there I see it. You just gotta get down there. Probably can't see it on camera yet, maybe. Down in there. So let's get down there. Yeah, that's definitely it from the photo I saw. Well, it's just kind of out here. Oh, you know, there's a Not much of a trail leading to it even. Yeah, that's it. Sulfur Springs. Although it does look like there's maybe a trail that heads up that way, but anyway, we're not here for that. We're here to look at this. Sulfur Springs. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. I mean, it's not a huge structure. There's some writing down here. Not sure what that says. Brass tack of Pittsburgh? You know, it does smell sulfury. I'll give you that though. It is coming out the side here. Well, there's some more writing on here. I wonder if this is all just like graffiti. I'll try to read some of that for you in a moment, but yeah. You can see it pouring out. It's leaving like a stain. I guess that's from the sulfur. It does have, you know, it smells. It also has that rotten egg smell. Oh yeah. There's looking down in. That is interesting. Yeah, I think a lot of this is just some kind of, you know, I guess you could call it graffiti of a sort. People carving their names. This is John something. Some of their names. If I see Steve, I guess these are dates. 34, probably 1934. But like I said, you can definitely smell the sulfur coming off of that. Pretty interesting. You know, it's not a huge find out here in the woods, but it's still interesting. Like I said, I've never come across a sulfur spring. And I was kind of curious too when I read about it. Does it actually smell like sulfur? You know, you read about stuff like that. Oh, you know, this place such and such, but it does. You come here, you can smell the sulfur, smell that rotten egg smell. Like sometimes when you drink from like a public water fountain it's like treated city water, kind of has that smell to it. A little bit stronger there though. Pretty cool. So I'm not really sure why this is here, back here. Like I said, there is that narrow gauge railroad, so maybe there was something else going on here. Like I said, it does look like there's a trail going up that way. I may poke around just a little bit more since I'm here. But interesting. So that's our first find for the day, Sulfur Springs. Pretty easy to get to actually, if you have the coordinates. All right, there's a nice little stream down here as well. Makes for a nice little spot here. Going up through there, and our little Sulfur Spring is just up there by itself. So there's a trail that continues on going up that way, but you know, part of me wants to go check that out, but I do have an agenda for today, so we're going to stick with the plan. Back down this way was the spring. So I'm going to head to the next location. It's another spring called Mumper Springs. Should be another neat old place to check out. I'll probably share a little bit of the driving time there as well. Be driving a lot of back, you know, unpaved forest roads to get there. And hopefully we're going to get to an overlook as well, a scenic vista, but it's pretty cloudy today. Clouds are pretty low, so I don't know. Coming up over the one mountain, we were kind of up in the fog. We're up in like the haze. So we'll see. We'll see how the overlook is. If we do see something at the overlook, I might send a drone up as well. But anyway, we'll take one last look at Sulfur Springs. Then I'm going to head back to the Jeep, and we're going to head to the next site. One last look at our spring. You know, I was kind of curious to see what it tasted like. So maybe we'll quick try that. Just take a little bit of a... Ew, that's all slimy. I don't know about that. This is like a coating of slime. We'll see about that. That does smell. And you know what? Just for you, I'm going to take a little sample of this water. And you know what? It tastes like what it smells like. I mean, it tastes like hard, like, you know, those hard-boiled eggs. That's what it tastes like. But anyway, that's kind of weird. I never tasted water quite like that. You know, it smells like, it has that egg smell. It tastes the same way. So I'm not sure if it's be considered healthy for you or not, but I didn't really swallow any of it. So interesting. All right, I just had to try that. So anyway, I'll see you back at the Jeep. Actually, I'll probably, next time you see us, we'll probably be driving along to the next site. So let's get going. All right, so we are now on the Kansas Valley Road, and we'll be on this road for a couple of miles. Hopefully get to what's called Mumper Springs, if we can find it. There are a number of like cottages and cabins back here. Like here's one back there. So kind of nice back here. We should soon be there. Not sure if this can be a sign. I think there's a trail from what I read. The Mumper Springs Trail. So we shall see. Hoping there's some kind of signage. Otherwise, I'm not sure if we'll find it. Tell you what, we are back in the boonies here. But it's beautiful back here. That's for sure. Alright, so I've stopped. There is no sign for it, but I was keeping my eyes open for it, and it was off the side of the road. And I don't know if you can see it, back in there is where the spring is. So I gotta find a place to pull over here, and then we'll get out there and take a look. Yeah, so not really much of a place to pull over, but this will work. And from the photos I've seen, I believe this is the spring that I'm looking for. I just thought there would be some kind of a sign for it. I do have GPS coordinates. I should check those maybe, but it looks like what I saw in the photos. And if it's not, if we keep driving up further and see Mumper, a sign for the spring, at least, well, then we found another one to check out here. I'm pretty sure this is it. So let's walk down here and check it out. This spring house belonged to people that used to live back here. And I must say, we are out in the boonies, so if you lived back here, it was pretty remote. Pretty peaceful though. Alright, so I'm pretty sure that is it back there, so let's see if we can make our way back there. I don't really see a trail here either. Who knows, maybe there is further up. Beautiful little spot though. Here we go. Little spring. Yeah, as always, I love the old stonework. Get that large flat stone on top there. That is beautiful. There's a stone here as well. It almost looks like this one has like stuff carved onto it a little bit. You can see that. There's looking inside. Alright. Beautiful location. So somewhere around here was their house. So maybe as I always say, maybe I will poke around just a little bit since we're here. I mean, there's not gonna be anything left, but maybe there's a foundation or something. I don't know, because it's pretty overgrown. Yeah, so just down there is the spring, down between those two trees. I'm back up by the road, and over here there is, if you can see it, there is like a cellar. I wouldn't call it a cellar hole, but there's definitely a square indentation in the hillside here. You know what, I think I might see some stonework. So I'm guessing this is where their house was. This location right here. Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, there's some stonework right in there. Stand up on top of this log here. Yeah. Oh, no, there's biting flies out here, sorry. Get some bug spray on here soon. Yeah, I'm guessing this is where their home was. And right over there was their spring. But you know what? This would not be a bad place to live back here. I know I think I said that earlier, but alright, getting lost in my own thoughts. Alright, we're gonna head out here shortly again. I'm gonna head down to the spring, get a few more shots of the spring with my camera, and then we're gonna keep on going. We're gonna head up to the Blain Vista, or the Overlook. I'm hoping the clouds have dissipated somewhat and that we'll actually get an overlook up there. It's just, we're gonna continue on up the Kansas Valley Road. It goes up to the top of the mountain, and there's where there'll be a vista. So hopefully there is one. Like I said, maybe we'll send up the drone as well once we get up there. I do want a quick mention that further up from where I just was, when we were looking at the spring house, there's a sign here for the Mumper Spring Trail, and there is like a parking area. But I'll just want to take a look to see if there is any kind of a trail here. Because when I was down at the spring, like I said, I didn't really notice much of a trail. I mean, they have they have what looks like an old road here, but maybe that does take you down to the area. But I'm not gonna worry about finding out. So if you do come looking for the spring, there's this potential option too to get down that way, because we were just down there where the spring was. So I'm guessing this does go down that way. All right, so we'll continue on up the road, and hopefully, like I said, we have an overlook. Well, there is an overlook, but hopefully, like I said, the clouds have disappeared or gone up above the mountain, so we have a view. But we'll find out in a bit. See you at the top. All right, well, there's a sign here for the Blain Vista. Of course, our road keeps on going up that way. But there is, looks like we can drive to the Vista. I thought it was right off the main road, but apparently we can. All right, we'll find out. Let's go ahead and drive down here together, maybe. There is a little bit of a haziness up here. I don't know if you can see it, so that doesn't necessarily bode well for the overlook too much. Okay, well, I guess we're gonna have to walk to the overlook. I guess this is just the parking area for it. Yeah, there's a trail up there. All right. All right, well, this isn't what I thought it was, so I think we need to go back out to the main road. I don't think this is the Vista. Maybe that sign was just telling me that it was coming up. I can see through the trees up there a little bit, but this is just like a camping area. What I thought was a trail is not a trail. It's just a gap in the weeds. So let's head back up to the main road and keep going. There's nothing here. All right. All right. Well, I realized what I did just now. I went down that road. Here's that sign I saw, and there's a trail right here. So that's why the sign was right there. There's a trail to the Vista. So once again, right here is our main road, the Kansas Valley Road, where we're on. And when you see the sign for the Vista, it means right here. Don't go down there. I mean, you can, but there's nothing down there. So let's go check it out first. I'm gonna leave the drone in the Jeep. If I feel it's necessary to come back and get it, I will. Don't think this will be too long of a trail. So up ahead through the trees is our overlook, and it's not looking Not looking good, but we'll check it out anyway. Looks a little ghostly, creepy like. Well, let's walk down here together since we're here. Well, we can see a little bit. Oh yeah, here we go. 2,000 feet. You can see down the valley a bit, but there's not a whole lot to see. At least today. But I'm sure on a clearer day, this will be an awesome view. Alright, so that'll be it for this video, but not for today's journey. Like I said, this is only part one. I'm going to be going to a number of other different places today, but this will be the end of video one. Largely because I'm done filming in this area. I'm not going to head back over the mountain out there, back to New Germantown and film some stuff down in that area. So that'll be for another video. But and like I said, these videos will probably be staggered in amongst other videos. Anyway, had a fun time, even though we didn't really get to see much back there. Still a beautiful day out here. Alright, I'm gonna get back in Jeep and get going and continue this series. But for now, I'll see you. Thanks for watching.